Narcissists often pretend to care, but their true feelings can be much darker. What happens when you stop seeking their approval and start focusing on your own happiness? It might sound simple, but it drives them crazy. They hate it when you prioritize yourself over them. It exposes their need for control and reveals just how much power they lose when you stop playing their game. It lights out so much that during a week at time, as we put this past show to bed, in this video, we'll uncover the real reasons why narcissists can't stand you when you choose to be happy and free from their manipulation. When you notice a narcissist's lies, it means you can tell when they are not telling the truth. Narcissists lie to make themselves look important, get attention, or control others. They may say they are smarter, richer, or more caring than they really are. When you figure out their lies, it ruins their plan. This makes them feel small and powerless because they want people to believe everything they say. Narcissists also change stories to avoid blame. For example, if something goes wrong, they might say it was someone else's fault. They do this because they hate being wrong. If you point out their lies or remind them of what they said before, they become angry or scared. They don't want people to see the truth about them. Sometimes their lies seem small. They might say they helped someone when they didn't, or act like they care more than they really do. When you don't fall for these lies, they feel frustrated. They need people to believe them so they can feel powerful and in control. If you don't believe them, they lose that power. Narcissists also lie to confuse you. They might say one thing and then say the opposite later. This can make you doubt what you know. They do this to make you unsure so they can control you better. But if you stay calm and trust what you see, they can't trick you. This makes them upset because they can't control your thoughts or feelings. Seeing their lies means you are stronger than their tricks. Narcissists want people to follow them and believe in their fake stories. When you don't believe their lies, they lose control over you. This is why they can't stand people who see the truth. Narcissists need people to admire them all the time. They feel good about themselves only when others praise them. They expect people to compliment them about how they look, what they do, or their achievements. When you don't give them this attention, they feel small and unimportant. This hurts them because they already feel insecure inside, even though they try to act confident on the outside. They also want people to boost their ego so they can stay in control. Narcissists use your admiration to make you depend on them. When you don't give them compliments or pay attention to their bragging, they feel like they are losing power over you. This makes them angry or upset because they want to be the center of attention. If a narcissist talks about their success or tries to show off, they expect you to say something nice. When you don't respond the way they want, it feels like you're rejecting them. This can make them act in strange ways to get your attention back, or they might even stop talking to you for a while. Narcissists want relationships where people make them feel special. When you don't do this, they find it hard to connect with you. They think you don't see them as amazing, which really bothers them. They feel like you don't respect them or care about their needs, even if that's not true. When you focus on real, honest relationships, instead of trying to make them feel important, they don't know how to handle it. Narcissists rely on fake praise to feel better about themselves. So your refusal to do this feels like an attack to them. This is why they can't stand being around you when you don't feed their ego. Narcissists cannot stand when you don't play their games because it takes away their control over you. They love to manipulate and control others through tricks and emotional games. For example, they might try to make you feel guilty, act like they're the victim, or start fights to get attention. When you refuse to take part in these games, it frustrates them. They don't know how to react because their usual ways of getting attention don't work on you. A narcissist often tests how much power they have over you. They might try to make you angry, upset, or hurt your feelings on purpose. If you don't react or get upset, they feel powerless. Narcissists love people who will fight with them or give them attention, even if it's negative. If you ignore their attempts to start drama, they feel weak. They can't handle the fact that you won't engage in their tricks. Another reason narcissists can't stand when you don't play their games is that it makes them feel unimportant. Narcissists want to feel like they are in charge and that people care about them. When you don't react to their behavior, they feel ignored and irrelevant. They can't stand being overlooked, and they will try harder to get your attention in unhealthy ways. But when you don't give in, it makes them angry because they can't get the response they want. Narcissists also feed off of emotional reactions. If they can make you upset, angry, or sad, they feel like they've won. Your emotions validate them. But when you don't show strong reactions, they feel like they're losing their grip on you. This makes them uncomfortable because they can't control you. They need to feel superior. And when they can't get a rise out of you, it shakes their confidence. Narcissists can't stand when you prioritize your own happiness because it takes away the attention they crave. They love to be the center of attention and feel important by making others revolve around them. When you choose your own happiness, it means you don't need them to feel good about yourself. This makes them feel less special and loses their sense of control over you. For a narcissist, their main goal is to admire and focus on them. They often expect people to be emotionally dependent on them so they can feel needed and powerful. But when you focus on yourself and find happiness without them, it shows that you don't need them to be happy. This frustrates them because it feels like they've lost their power over you. You are no longer someone who looks up to them or seeks their approval, and that makes them angry. In addition, narcissists don't like seeing people who are emotionally independent. They want others to rely on them for everything: validation, love, and support. When you prioritize your own happiness, it shows that you can be okay on your own, which takes away the control they enjoy. It also highlights their own inability to find true happiness, because they tend to rely on others to make them feel good about themselves. Today, I feel also different from my first few movies. When you don't play into their games, they become uncomfortable and resentful. Another reason narcissists struggle with your happiness is because they are often empty inside. They may not understand how to find real joy or satisfaction. They base their happiness on how others see them or how much admiration they can get. Seeing you find happiness without needing their approval makes them realize that they can't achieve the same thing, no matter how hard they try. This brings out jealousy and frustration in them because it reminds them of their own emotional emptiness. When you make your happiness a priority, you are also setting healthy boundaries. Narcissists don't like boundaries because they can't control them. But by choosing to take care of yourself and not relying on them, you protect yourself from their manipulative behaviors. This makes them uncomfortable because they can't control you anymore, and they can't stand it when they lose that power. As we know, people need to feel their own worth and independence. As a result of this, narcissists